everyone. In this episode of Travel First, we're going to talk about the first time that we saw the mountains. The reason that I am filming this at my computer instead of outside somewhere is twofold. First of all, it's dark outside and it is about 28 degrees and it's snowing. And secondly, I actually had to go to my records and look up when the first time that both Andrew and I did see the mountains to make sure I was remembering correctly. The first time that I saw the mountains was also that same trip that was my first overnight train trip, which I talked about in the first train trip video. And that was, I actually looked up the exact date. It was the summer of 1983, and it was before my birthday. It was in June and July, and so I was 10 years old. And it was when I went to Colorado with my dad, my brother, and my grandparents. And so that was my first time seeing the mountains. So it would have been the Rocky Mountains in Colorado was my first experience seeing the mountains. And I don't remember it very well. I mainly remember riding the Durango and Silverton Railroad, which is in Durango, Colorado. And I remember like the narrow gauge railroad and being kind of on the edge of the cliff and being able to look over and see the river and stuff like that. Andrew's first experience seeing the mountains was in October of 2000. So he would have been 3 years old, and we went on Amtrak, Andrew, me, and my dad, to Montana, and then we rented a car and we went to Glacier National Park. So again, I doubt Andrew has any recollection of that trip, but we do have pictures and everything, and that would have been his first time seeing the mountain. All right, for Ben and Megan, their first time seeing the mountains is very recent. And it was our most recent trip, actually, and it was the same experience for both of them. And that was our big road trip out to Colorado in August of this year. So that's the first time that either of them saw mountains. I'm going to take you over now to talk to them and see what their first impressions were of seeing the mountains. Okay, Megan, so we went to Colorado in August. What do you remember about being in the mountains?
I remember I was torn between whether I loved it or hated it because I loved it because it was beautiful and it felt adventurous, and we really don't get to get out very often and see things like that. I really liked the feeling I got of just feeling so close to the sky, but at the same time, I got like really altitude sick. Well, not too bad.
Yeah, you did have trouble, especially when we were way up high on the mountain.
I was having a lot of trouble breathing. And I felt like I was going to pass out like pretty much the whole time. And because we were hiking up there and stuff, it made it worse because I was doing physical exertion. So it made it harder for my body to like function properly, I guess. And I was just feeling really sick overall because of the high altitude.
What about the driving?
The driving was scary. I'm sure it was probably more scary for you, Mom, than it was for me. Mostly because I knew I had to stay calm for you. But I definitely could live without that part of my life.
Okay. Thank you, Megan. Ben, when we visited Colorado in August, what did you think of seeing the mountains and being in the mountains? Do you remember your first impression?
I was just like, check that off my bucket list.
Okay.
Because that was one of the main things that I've wanted to do in my lifetime, and yeah.
Yeah, when we were trying to decide what to do this year, like when we were thinking about going on a trip while Megan was in France, which she didn't get to do, that was one of our big options, wasn't it? Was going to see the mountains.
Yeah, because I really like seeing mountains, and yeah.
Yeah, you like I know like you like to have mountain pictures and stuff, yeah, on your computer and things, so.
And I thought it would be cool if we could see snow, and we did see snow.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, especially given.
In August.
Yeah.
Which is really early.
What was your favorite view, do you think? Do you remember?
Probably when we were on basically the peak of the mountain in Vail.
Yeah, when we took the gondola.
And we could see like all the mountains all around us.
Okay.
That was really cool. So, yeah.
Did you think any part of visiting the mountains was scary?
Yeah.
Which?
Me thinking I was gonna throw up.
Did you find the driving scary?
Not really.
Not too bad. So you're glad you got to go?
Yeah.
Was it as pretty as you expected? Would you like to see them in the winter?
Yeah.
With more snow?
Definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be really cool seeing the snow. Or with the snow.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our experience of the first time that we saw mountains. What is the first time that you saw mountains or visited the mountains? Do you remember? Share it in the comments below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming travel firsts. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks everyone for watching and safe travels.